So it is the biggest question of all time. That is, how do you explain consciousness? How do you explain what is unexplainable? Or, as a matter of fact, how do you explain something that you are seeing from that point of view? In this video, we will understand how we can explain a very sensitive, or rather, a very minute topic such as consciousness. So, let's get straight into the video. Now, let's ask ourselves, what is consciousness? This question has puzzled philosophers, scientists, and seekers for centuries. Is it the mind, the soul, a combination of both, or something entirely different? In this video, we will dive deep into the fascinating mystery of consciousness, explore its meaning, and share simple ways to connect with it more deeply. Now, let's begin, shall we? Now, let's try to understand what consciousness is. Consciousness is often defined as the state of being aware of yourself and the world around you. It's what allows you to experience thoughts, emotions, sensations, and even the simple awareness of existing. Think about it for a moment. When you say I am, when you say I am, what is that sense of I? That's consciousness. That is what consciousness is. That sense of I. From a scientific perspective, consciousness is linked to brain activity, but science has yet to fully explain why we experience subjective awareness. This is often referred to as the hard problem of consciousness in philosophy. Now let's try to understand the different levels of consciousness. Now, there are three different levels of consciousness. To understand consciousness, it helps to break it down into these three specific different levels. The first level is the subconscious. This is the part of your mind that works in the background. It's what's responsible for managing habits, memories, and emotions. Now, the second level is the conscious. This is your active awareness, the thoughts and feelings you're aware of right now. And the third level, which is the highest level of the consciousness, is known as higher consciousness. This goes beyond the individual self. It's often described as a sense of connection to something greater than yourself, like the universe, the divine, or just pure awareness. Now, let us try to understand and explain consciousness through metaphors, because metaphors are often can be used as examples to understand something that cannot be explained directly. Sometimes the best way to explain consciousness is using metaphors, because in this indirect process of explanation, you can compare it to something that you already understand and then draw some parallel comparative rationality based on it. Now imagine your mind is like a mirror. When it's clean and still, it reflects reality clearly. But when it's covered in dust, your thoughts, emotions, and distractions, the reflection becomes blurry. Or think of consciousness as the ocean. The waves on the surface are like your thoughts and emotions, but beneath the waves is the still, vast, and infinite depth of awareness. Now, the biggest question and the most important challenge in today's video: how do you actually connect with consciousness? So, how you can connect with your consciousness rather more deeply? Here are three simple practices that can help you connect with your consciousness on a more deeper level. The first practice is the one that which we are most familiar with, is called as meditation. In meditation, you're supposed to sit quietly and observe your thoughts without any judgment. This helps you tap into the stillness beneath the noise. The second most important tool that can be used to understand consciousness is mindful awareness. Throughout your day, pay attention to the present moment. Notice the sensations of your breath, the sounds around you, or the feeling of the ground beneath your feet. And the third, which is the best tool to understand what infinite consciousness is, or what your higher self, if you may, is known as self inquiry. In self inquiry, you ask yourself reflective questions like: who am I beyond my thoughts and emotions? Or what is aware of my awareness? These questions can lead to profound insights. Now, insofar we heard so many important concepts and rational understanding when it comes to consciousness and infinite consciousness. But what about the takeaway? What are we supposed to remember? Because, we come across so many videos on the internet talking about consciousness. But the worst case scenario is that we forget what consciousness is, and we move on with our busy lives, and we forget that there is such a thing that exists that is known as consciousness. So, what we are supposed to remember is that consciousness is the essence of who you are. It's not something you have, it's not something that you possess, it's something that you fundamentally are. It is you. Consciousness is you. While science and philosophy may not have all the answers yet, exploring consciousness for yourself can lead to profound personal transformation and inner peace. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with other curious minds when it comes to the topic of consciousness. Don't forget to subscribe to Meditation Simplified for more insights. I will catch you again in another video. Take care and may you be blessed in this universe.